Shalom friends, this is a quick video looking at singulars and plurals in Hebrew and also the Qatal verbs. We'll explain those when we get there. On the right hand side we have a series of nouns in their singular and plural forms. On the left hand side we have the same thing but with a different ending pattern. So on the right hand side, let's just read through these together and the pattern should become pretty obvious. Evan becomes avanim. Rimon becomes rimonim, kevis becomes kevasim, sus becomes susim, dag becomes dagim, davar becomes devarim, malach becomes malachim. On the left-hand side, eshkol becomes ashkolot, ner becomes nerot, Kos becomes kosot, onia becomes oniot, goral becomes goralot, para becomes parot, and lila becomes lelot. So you'll notice that on the right hand side all of the nouns end in im. This is generally associated with the masculine, but there's several exceptions in the language, including the first one here. Evan is a feminine noun. Yet it has the im ending. On the left hand side you'll have a holem vav with a tav, and this is standard feminine but not always. There are plenty of exceptions here as well. So you'll also notice that there are some vowel changes that happen in the root of the word as those endings are added on. A lot of the longer vowels reduce down to shorter vowels as they end up in closed syllables due to the restructuring of the word. But overall, if you see the im ending or the ot ending, you're looking at a plural noun. And it's just a helpful thing to keep in mind as you're reading your Hebrew. These words are also great to practice. If you want some reading practice, just working through each of these, you can check your pronunciations against mine. Up next, we'll look at the Qatal verbs. These are generally associated with the past tense in Hebrew. And on the screen before you, you have Yod Shin Bet is the root, which means to sit. We have 9 forms for the simple past here. So he sat, yashav, she sat, yashava, you sat, talking to a man, yashavta, you sat, talking to a woman, yashavt, I sat, yashavti, they sat, talking about either men or women in this case, yashavu, they use the same form regardless of gender, and then yashavtem, y'all sat, talking about a group of men or a mixed group if there's both men and women in it. Then yashavten, y'all sat, talking about just a group of women. And then finally yashavnu, we sat.